when you take admission into computer science, any of the computer science courses, most students take admission because currently it's a hot field where there are lots of job opportunities available and it is easy to get a job taking a computer science course. That is the common perception. That's why many students are choosing to go with computer science. However, this trend keeps changing. Um, Salaries offered by top companies in all the fields are equally high. There is no up and down. At the same time, if you go to computer science and go to a very poor quality college or perform poorly, the chances of not getting a job or getting a job at a very low salary are high. So it is up to you to get good job and good career. It is not only dependent on which field you choose. So choice of field should be up to your liking, and only when you like that field, it will give you a certain level of competence and interest. Because you are interested, you will do well. So if you're not interested, just don't take the field just because you think that it's a hot field. Okay. um, a computer science graduate who graduates from a B grade college and doesn't perform very well in the examination, doesn't do a good project, has zero chance of getting any job. Things could be really bad. So it is not only sufficient to get a computer science degree. It is important to get it from a good college and with good grades and good scores and with good experience. All these three are important to have a good career. So typically, most students who complete their graduation in computer science aspire for a developer or a programmer job. There are typically campus interviews are conducted by two types of companies. Some are product companies, some are service companies. Companies which have their own products or they have their own offering. You could be working for Flipkart, which is offering not a product, but they are a they have their own services which they are selling. So there are companies have product companies and service companies. And service companies could be big companies like Infosys, Wipro, or that could be small local companies who are producing something. Also nowadays, a lot of startups come to campuses. Small startups are formed in the campuses and they will hire junior interns and developers from the campus. And these will typically be developer jobs. Uh, Always students who have wider knowledge, like if you are a full stack developer, you will always get a good option. If you have a specialization like mobile application development, virtual reality, machine learning, nowadays everybody is doing machine learning. So you have to have a specialization to get some specialization job. So you need to do something outstanding. Okay, remember that. Apart from this, you can of course get jobs for automation, for QA, for DevOps, for operations, for content generation, and a wide range of things. But you have to remember that computer science is now everywhere. Every field requires computers. It could be civil engineering, it could be biology, it could be um, economics, it could be a bank, it could be anything. Every field now requires computers. So there are jobs available in every field in computer science. That is why there are most number of jobs available in computer science. So um, the variety of jobs available is enormous. The fields are enormous, as well as there are opportunities of types of jobs are also new nowadays coming up uh, in many different ways. So when you pass out from a computer science course, a degree, you're expecting a job. What determines the salary that you get offered? So there are several factors which determine the salary. First is the college where you are. So the IITs will have minimum salary range which is much higher than the local college. Then there will be even the local college, top colleges will get much higher salary than a B grade college. A national college will get higher salary than a not a national level college. Okay, so the salary is determined first by your college where you are. Then which course you take. If you are doing a computer science, you get certain salary. If you're doing information technology, you get certain salary. If you are doing something else, you get a different level of salary. And the difference could be 20%, 50%, 100%. The salary changes by the course. Third important factor is the company which comes in. Some companies who require very specialty knowledge, or who take only top level of students who have demonstrated enormous potential by having their own startups, or having their own open source code, or having their own patents, or they have done something extraordinary. These students will be offered very high salaries by the companies. We hear exorbitant numbers, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, some exorbitant numbers. These are offered to a very small number of students. Ignore them. Majority will be offered in the various bands. The top band is always offered by companies who are requiring specialty skills. Then will come startups who are requiring the in-demand skills. Okay, these will hire slightly bigger numbers, but they will be still small. Then will come the service companies which have wide hiring. So they will hire by hundreds from big colleges. So they will come late in the campus, and they will hire everybody who is left, but who is at above a certain level of threshold. They will have cutoff. They will have CGPA cutoff. They will have a GPA cutoff. They will have various other requirements for, and they will also have a coding test. They will have some kind of aptitude test, and they will also have an interview. Based on all of these factors, the big companies will offer lots of students the jobs. A student who is at the top of their college in a national college will get um, as good a salary as anywhere. But a student who is at a top level at a B grade college will not get as good salary as a national level college. So college does determine your salary, the offers. Also, a same company may come to the campus and offer two different salaries. This is determined by your qualifications. If you qualify for one particular kind of examination, you will get one salary, and they may offer a second salary to a much more number of students, but the salary will be half of these students. So this distinction does happen, and that is determined by what you have done in the college, your GPA, your project work, and your open source or any other extracurricular work that you have done. All of these determine your salary. Nowadays, there is a trend of going abroad for further studies. Many students are choosing to do their specialization outside India. Many students go to US, some students go to Europe, especially Germany is a very common destination because the education itself is free. And many students go to Australia. Apart from that, of course, there is Ireland coming up, and there are other destinations where students are going. Canada is one destination which is coming, and students are going there mainly for further studies. These students typically will do some kind of a research work as part of their curriculum, and then show interest in further studies and go for further education. Very few students also get an opportunity to get a job directly out of India. That is a fairly small number of students who get a job directly out of India, out of campus. These students typically have to take extra effort. They have to approach the companies directly, but getting a job outside India requires certain legal requirements like visa and so on. So it is not commonly done. However, many students, many students in the top universities are choosing to go for a second degree, a master's degree, or even a PhD in the upcoming fields. A master's degree is good for getting job abroad. So that's why students are going for a master's degree and then getting a job abroad. Many countries allow continuation of the studies, like you do a 2-year degree course and then work for work another for 2-3 years before your visa expires. So these kind of opportunities are available. That is why many students are choosing to go abroad for a second degree and then continuing to do some jobs. Some students who want to enter the niche areas or very top level fields like upcoming fields like robotics are choosing to do a continuation of a master's and doctoral PhD students. So, or some students in AI are also doing this. They are doing master's and doctoral studies further, and together they want to do research for in these areas. So many of the upcoming fields typically students do. Some students are also going into biotechnology and allied courses for masters. without having any prior knowledge in biology. Some universities allow such kind of uh, collaborative learning. Many of the international universities allow that. So some students are picking that career path as well. Apart from taking a job after your degree, you can of course look at a startup. So many colleges nowadays have, typically the big colleges nowadays have their own incubators where the college supports students who want to create some new idea, new product, and they'll provide the necessary space and guidance and opportunities for investment and opportunities for taking the product to the customers within the incubator itself. So some colleges have their own incubator, all the top colleges have their own incubator, and many of the new colleges are setting up their own incubators. So these will allow startups to be created and taking your ideas uh, uh, into the world. Apart from the college level startups, the government also has several schemes for startups. So they are also linked to the college level incubators. So if an incubation idea comes out of a college, the government does provide its pathway for further investment and trials in the government ecosystem. It could be defense or non-defense. Both have a lot of opportunities for collaboration and proving your ideas. So many students are taking advantage of this. Apart from the government supported startup program and the incubator program, a lot of private incubators and private startups are also available in most of the big cities. And also in some of the smaller cities. So these private incubators will provide the necessary infrastructure, like you will get a desk, a space, a laptop, internet, and whatever is required to create your own idea and product, and they'll provide guidance of what is the right set of features, what is the right set of things to do for your product, and they will help you take the product to the market. And also if your product is successful, they will help you take it to the investors and provide the investment pathway through angel investment or venture capital and any other means. And such incubators are working all over the country, and several students are taking advantage of that. Out of this incubation ecosystem, several students, just because they are very determined, they are taking their own ideas in their own hands and creating products and services and just taking it to the world. And a lot of new startups are coming out of that. These startups not only provide opportunities for the student themselves, but also they create opportunities for newer next batch of students when they are ready to take a plunge into their career. So startups are currently a very big thing. And apart from the startup, several students are also going for certain skill based consulting. So some students, as part of their while they are doing their degree courses, they are learning some skills and providing those services to their friends and family or their local network, or through um, um, certain channels available online through cloud, and learning and getting some earning. So they could be using their skills to write code or create content, and they're using that for building their own consulting career. So some people after their degree go out for doing their masters out of India, and then they work there for a few years, and they are worried that if I come back to India, will I get a good job? Will I get a good salary? Will I have the same lifestyle as I am having outside India? So this is a common concern. Um, and today, if I have to give the answer today, I can give a plain simple answer: don't worry, India has more opportunities than anywhere else in the world for getting good salary and good job, as well as for good career prospects going forward, because the whole ecocenter of startup has moved from outside India into India. A lot of new startups are coming. India last year had I think nearly 100 unicorns. Unicorns is company with a $1 billion valuation. Of course, this number is meaningless because the stock market keeps going up and down, but it's just an indication that there were several companies who started from zero, and now they have become so valuable that they are very highly valued, and they are providing jobs, and they are creating opportunities in India. So coming back from outside India into India, there are definitely lots of opportunities. Of course, there is a caveat that if you have a skill, skill which is very special, and it is only useful to certain industries, you may not find your equivalent job. But in a broad sense, as a broad answer, yes, lots of opportunities are in India. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, we don't know how the economy will be, how the situation will be. But currently, the trend is India has lots of opportunities, and there are lots of jobs available for people who want to come back from India and have a good lifestyle. Especially in India, the salary levels are currently pretty high, and good lifestyle is very much possible. The big cities are providing lifestyle which is as good as anywhere in the world. They are thriving, they are interesting, and you get all the amenities and services available anywhere in the world. You can find the best in here. So, should I learn another language? One more language in addition to my mother tongue and English. So, if you choose to go to a particular country, that I want to go to Germany, I want to go to Japan, I want to go to somewhere else where the language is different, then you may want to study that particular language. And there is certain level of competence required. So Germany will require certain level of German, Japanese will require certain level of Japanese. There are exams, level 1, level 2, level 3, and the requirements change depending on the university, and requirements change depending on the country. So this whether I should learn, just as a hobby, learning is different. Whether it is required, it is determined by your choice of your further studies. So if you decide to go for further studies in a particular country, then you should start learning that. This decision need not be taken at the level of 11th or 12th where you are today. The decision can be taken for when you are thinking about further studies. If you want to go to outside the country, if you want to go some other country for further studies after 12th immediately for your degree, then that whole discussion and decision is slightly different, because it involves different level of preparation, different level of entrance exams, and there is a big investment involved into this. So you should take this decision in conjunction with or with help of people who are experts in this area. There are several experts available, they will guide you. There are several websites also available who will guide you. So take guidance on this front before you want to before you take a decision to do further studies after 12th outside India. But after the graduation, if you want to do further studies, the investment and things are different. And once you decide the country, you should choose your language depending on your choice of country. So to summarize, if you are looking for a career in software engineering, you should first ask yourself that, am I really interested in software engineering? You should be interested. If you're interested in something else, that I want to study physics, and then you take a course in software engineering, you may or may not like it, you may or may not enjoy it. So make sure you like this course and you are genuinely interested in it. Of course, it is a course which will give you good opportunities for career growth. It is a course which will give you opportunities of careers in all the fields. You could go and take a field in a bank, or you could go into research, or you could go into software engineering, you can go into manufacturing, you can go into any field with a degree in computer science. Where you end up going will be determined by your interest and also opportunities available to you. Now, when you pass out, the level of your salary or opportunities will be determined by several factors. So, which college you go into, it is important. If what how you perform in that particular college. If you perform at the bottom of a top college, it is different than if you perform top of a second level of college. So you should always aim to perform at in the top 1/3 of your college. That will give you better opportunities. Okay. Then of course students do tend to take further education. After the first degree, a bachelor degree, they will do some specialization with masters. Some do a doctoral research if they want to do further, they want to go into academics, or if they want to work in a specialist or upcoming field, they will do masters into that and doctoral studies into that. Several students do master's degree outside India. They do it because then many countries provide opportunities for work outside India after this, and it's a good experience. Many students do that, and of course after that they come back to India and they find lot of opportunities for growth within India. India currently is the big destination for all the startups and growth. India's economy is growing like no other economy, and the opportunities for growth and opportunities for career are fantastically available here. So when you prepare, you should prepare to get admission into the best college. Do not aim lower. You should start early. You will not get entrance into good college just by preparing at the last 1 month or 2 months. You need to start early, prepare well, get into best college and do very well. You will have a good career and successful career. All the best to you, and thank you very much for your attention.
Summary. Changes in the last 10 years. New technologies have emerged: artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, chat GPT, virtual reality, augmented reality. Career options: 1. Traditional careers: service company, product company, software tester manual or software testing. 2. New careers: game development, mobile technology using virtual reality or augmented reality. Security engineers: security of software or systems. DevOps: development operations, cloud automation after deployment of software. Data science: data collection using software, analysis of data and drawing inference. Artificial intelligence and machine learning: linking the software with real world. Eligibility: science stream with PCM group compulsory. Education: options after 12th standard: 1. Other subjects with PCM, biology or geography, etc. 2. Vocational course, computer science or IT, etc. Vocational course, 200 marks, easy to score, and replaces one language and one other subject, for example biology or geography, etc. Entrance exam for undergraduate course. JEE, common entrance test all over India and quota reserved for Maharashtra. CET, common entrance test all over Maharashtra. Cut-off marks for admission are different every year. Refer college website for current year cut-offs. Specific entrance exams: BITs, Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences, Manipal University, VIT Vellore. All exams have similar syllabus but different complexity level. Advisable to attend coaching classes for entrance exams. IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, or NIT, National Institute of Technology. JEE Mains, multiple attempts. Top scoring 10% of students can appear for JEE Advance. Students get All India rank. On the basis of rank, students can apply to different IIT or NIT colleges. IIIT, Indian Institute of Information Technology. Special Institutes for Information Technology. Highly ranked admissions based on JEE Mains. Specializations: in some colleges, changing the course may be allowed after first year on the basis of performance. Post-graduation: MTech, ME or MS in specialized field. Post-graduation courses for special skills: graphic design, virtual reality, diploma in network security, QA automation. 12th standard marks: students should score minimum 70% marks in 12th standard exam to become eligible for admission to engineering colleges. Engineering course curriculum: 4-year course. First year is common for all the branches. Second year, learning programming language, skills like data structures, networking, compilers, computer hardware, logic. Third year, choose specialization subjects. Fourth year, project or internship. Then, difficulty level of mathematics for each branch is difficult. Campus interviews: product companies like Flipkart, service companies like Infosys, Wipro, etc. and startups. Factors determining salary: college, course and company type. Studying outside India: master's degree in USA, UK, Germany, Australia, Ireland and Canada. Startups: Colleges support startups by providing incubators with space, guidance, investment pathway, and market. Government provides support for startups. Private incubation services available.